Hey, Gecko and Ice fans, it's Wally
And Nanette.
at Supreme Gecko, and this is a total shock to Nanette. Is this a total shock?
I have no clue what I'm doing here.
She just came into the room, and I said, we're doing a video, and she went, what? Here's what we're doing. Today, I put away a lot of crickets, and we're going to go through that process, and Nanette is going to critique me, tell me what I did right, what I did wrong. And I tell you what, folks, we have a couple of other things that we want to talk about today. One is that I can't count, and you're going to see that in the video coming up. The other thing that I want to talk about is we did a quick review of other cricket places, other places that you can buy crickets, looking at the place that we're currently using and trying to find bigger, better quality. Although the quality that we're getting is A+. We wanted something with the same quality but bigger crickets at a lower price. And we're going to talk about what we found this last week while doing that research. Let's get into it right now. So give me a second to set this up. So we've already gotten the box. The box came in about noon-ish. I put the box to the side while I got some other stuff done for a couple of hours. I'd like to have them at least warm up. That way, if there's any issues whatsoever, I can take a look at them and know if it's the issue with the weather or not. So anytime you want to jump in, Nanette, and tell me if this looks like what you would do with putting away crickets. And again, I'm not this fast, folks. This is sped up to about 2 times the normal speed.
No.
Know what?
I would have had all the buckets figured out ahead of time and set up, so I wasn't doing it one
at a time.
That is for sure.
Absolutely. So normally, when I go through this process myself, I do all the dishes, I do all the buckets, everything before I even start opening the cricket containers.
No, you don't, because you didn't do it today.
I didn't do it today because we were filming. I was filming. Look at my shirt already. It's already dirty. This is crazy. So what do you want to give some commentary other than I just spilt a whole bunch of food?
No, I have no words at this point in time. I would have had like all this set just so I could just drop it in.
Yeah, I throw stuff all over the
place.
place.
In the bin instead of just throwing it airborne.
You'll see me doing so many weird things here. It's crazy. So these, should we say where we're getting these? We're going to wait until a little bit later in the video to talk about where we get these crickets from.
It looks like a lunch bag.
It does look like a lunch bag. Now, normally this company, check out the crickets. They're not jumping anywhere because they're just a little bit cooler. So, like I said before, I let them cool down a little bit, but not all the way. Okay, there's one bin already done. Take a look at these bins. I think they're about, if I remember right, 24 gallons?
I don't know.
20 gallons, something like that. I'll put it in the post edit, and I'll put how many quarts they are. I can probably read from here.
Are these the large crickets?
These are the large crickets right now. How many large crickets did we get?
I think I got 3,000.
Yeah, I thought you got 3,000 also. So I had 3 buckets pulled out, and I counted completely wrong because we actually got 4 buckets. So I was already putting stuff away. Yes, you absolutely did get 4 because I had put everything away and then realized that we had another container of crickets that I had to put away.
What do you mean you put it all away?
Oh, I was ready to put everything away, pick everything up. What else can we talk about here?
That's a lot of food.
That is a lot of food, but you know what I found is that they'll go through this food. So what I want to do immediately when they come in, we don't feed right out of the bag, ever. We never do that because I want them hydrated. I want them actually gut loaded so that we're ready to feed the second day that they come in. If we wait a third day, that's not bad. What's wow? I look like I'm lost right there. It's like, well, where did I put?
Oh yeah, there's the crickets.
There's the crickets. There's the top. Oh, I put the top behind me. Yeah, I am just so discombobulated at this point. It's crazy because this is not normally what I do. But we're getting by.
Well, why did you do it this way then?
Because I just wanted to get them in and film because I had another video that I was working on at the same time. Look at my shirt. Oh my gosh. Everything I do, I put next to me so that I cut, and I'm spilling some more food.
That's nice. And when I do that, you're like, da-da.
Spilling food all over the place.
What is that? You're putting in there water crystals?
That's water crystals. These are the bigger water crystals. It seems like it works out really, really well. And I'm going to talk more about the hydration of these crickets. I'm going to talk more about the hydration of these crickets in just a moment. But now, is this our second or third one?
This is
Were you
your
counting?
third one.
This is our third one, so you'll see how I completely missed that fourth one.
They bagged them nice. That's winter packaging, by the way.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it? How is it different than summer packing?
The summer packing has more air holes in those bags. It's a different
Good
bag.
call. Good call. I really like it. I tell you what, this whole winter, I would say that we've probably lost maybe. There's the moment that I realized, oh my gosh, there's another big container. So now I've got to go back and I've got to get the top for that fourth container. I was ready to do the babies. I hit the camera. I almost knocked it. I'm still knocking it over. You can just see how frustrated I am. You can see.
Is that frustrating?
You can see that I went into the closet not to get another container, but to actually swear. Son of a. Mm-hmm. Yeah, put that aside. Let's start the process over. We get these egg
Were
cartons.
you swearing at me because you got four?
No, I was not swearing at you. I was swearing at myself. See how I turn those egg cartons around? That gives more area in between the egg cartons to have the crickets crawl all over the place.
Oh, they don't fit together.
And then they don't fit together, mash up together. One thing I don't like is the company that ships
You
out
opened
the
bag and then stopped?
How about that?
Wow.
That's how unorganized I felt during this whole process.
Wow.
And do you realize, though, I got smart and I hid everything behind the bag as I filled up the food and the water crystals so nobody could
So
see
I
me
can't see
spilling
you spill
anymore.
anymore?
Yeah,
How many crickets got out?
none. There's no seriously, there's no crickets on the floor at this point. So I was going to say, I dropped the whole container after this. So I was going to say that I don't like how they ship the adults in those big egg cartons and they're crammed together in there. But it works out. It really does work out.
Because you were so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on here? Oh,
Okay.
these are the littler ones.
So these are the small ones. So there's the 4 that I messed up with, the 3 instead of 4. So let's break the news here. Who do we order from?
The Bug Company.
The Bug Company. And I just saw 2 videos this last 2 weeks on the concern about ordering crickets right now. I had a concern about ordering crickets, and it was the cost. I wanted to see if we could get a better cost. And you can see we're doing the small crickets exactly how we did the large crickets.
Except for you don't have egg crates.
Except I don't have egg crates, but there's an egg
there's
crate.
an egg
And
crate.
I'll put more egg crates in later. I believe I did, but normally I didn't. If I didn't, I'll go back. So who are the companies that we looked at this last week as far as pricing for crickets? You remember?
Rainbow mealworms.
Well, and nothing against
No.
these companies at all. Not one thing, because quality crickets. We've received crickets from these companies before. So Rainbow, Gons. We've ordered lots of crickets from Gons, and we order crickets occasionally from Gons.
I don't remember.
Timberline.
Timberline you checked. Okay.
Was it Ovapost? There was another one that we looked
there
at.
was something else.
If you notice, I have one handle on that bin, but I like this bin with the ventilation. You can see these containers have so much ventilation. So we checked out all of these other companies and found that the cost was nowhere close to the Bug Company. And I didn't
Those are my cucumbers for work.
Yeah, right downstairs in my refrigerator.
No.
So I'm going to talk about hydration in just a second, but I will mention this was not intended to be a commercial for the Bug Company, but the Bug Company, let's go ahead and break it to everybody. So how much, I think I might even have the receipt right there. Let's bring that out before we...
It was about half of the cost of the other company.
It was actually about half the cost.
And your shipping was very reasonable.
We're talking under $20 for the shipping, right?
Sure. And that included the winter shipping bonus with those extra packages, the thick bags.
Yeah, it's
It's cold.
It's cold out there right now. It's in the 30s.
It was in the 30s today.
30s?
That's just a packing list, by the way.
Done.
So
I'm done.
I'm not sure where you threw
Video over.
the actual invoice.
I don't know. Oh, we don't have the price.
That's the packing sheet.
I'm going to show the crickets here, and while what I do, I'll mention that we use vegetables. Very, very important. We use vegetables to add hydration. It is so important, folks, to add hydration. You can't see the crickets here because they've already gone into these areas in those egg cartons. I'm going to pull this other egg carton away in just a second. And you'll see there's tons and tons and tons of crickets. There's hardly any dead ones in here. I'll say less than 5%. And when you look at the babies,
oh, wow.
There's like hardly any dead ones in there whatsoever.
And that's zucchini that we were using, not cucumbers, by the way.
Vegetables. I know carrots.
Look
That's
at
about
on
all
top
that I
of those vegetables.
Yeah,
wow.
I literally just threw these in and went over and took some shots of these and then got my thumb in the way. Mm-hmm. So there we go. We received the 4 and then the 4,000 adults and 2,000 babies. How did I do, Nanette?
You did okay because you were doing it the way for the video, but I would have been more prepped ahead so that I could just dump and go.
It's always tough to do the technical aspect, to think about what I'm saying and think about some kind of a script, and also to, I guess, logistically keep everything going the way that we normally do without taping, without video recording this, taping.
Next time I come in, you can tape me doing it the right way.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. And I'll critique the heck out of you at that point. I hope this helped everybody. I hope you gained a little bit of knowledge from this. If you did, watch this video right here on more feeder foods for your animals. Thank you very much for watching. See you next video.
Good night.